So once we've spent some time doing the basic core stability exercises, planks, side bridges, anti-rotational holds, overhead squats, we want to know how to progress those exercises. Well, one, we can just take those standard exercises and make them harder, getting into a plank position on one hand, lifting up one leg. But as we try to get into more compound movements and understanding that really all exercises are core exercises, because it doesn't matter if I'm just standing doing a bicep curl, I have to stabilize my spine to create any movement. So when we try to increase the intensity, Dr. Stuart McGill is maybe the world's most recognized authority on low back disorders. One of the exercises he recommends for core stability is kettlebell carrying. So if I'm holding a kettlebell in one hand, I have to activate my core to resist dropping my spine to the side or resist leaning away from the kettlebell. So even just walking 20, 40 feet, trying to keep my body perfectly neutral, I'm going to feel like my core muscles activated pretty hard. I may not feel it while I'm doing the exercise, but you'll definitely notice it the day after. I can increase the demand of that exercise by holding the kettlebell upside down, keeping my arm relatively level at 90 degrees, again, bracing my core and challenging my center of gravity by walking forwards, walking backwards. You will definitely know that your core is active as we try to stabilize this asymmetrical load. From there, we can try to create a little bit of speed or power. So we can do a kettlebell swing. We filmed videos on kettlebell swings before, but as I try to prepare for the swing, I activate my glutes, brace my core and my abs, get tall through my spine, and now the goal is to keep my spine perfectly still as I hinge from my hips, and now as I create explosion from my glutes, I'm using my abdominals to resist the movement of my spine. So even just doing 10 or 12 kettlebell swings, at the top, it's almost like doing a standing plank. We're going to feel our abs activate to resist the extension of my back while I power through my glutes. If we continue on to more compound movements, we can look at traditional strength training and deadlifting. So if I get to a bar, same idea. I can come and conventionally deadlift by standing with my feet underneath my hips, getting tall to my spine, making sure that my head is neutral to my spine as I pull down to my hips, activate my shoulders and my lats to tense the mid-back as I squeeze from my hips to lift, keeping my head neutral to my spine the entire time. So the more weight we lift, the more challenging it is to not break shape. And if we really want to challenge this and become more advanced, I can turn sideways, and as I brace my spine, I can do what we call a suitcase deadlift. So I can combine that Stuart McGill kettlebell carry with a traditional deadlift. As I stand sideways, bracing my core, pull down to my hips, grip the bar as if I've got a bar in each hand, drive from my hips to stand. I'm now resisting the asymmetrical load and keeping my body from changing shape. So those are great ways to go into more intermediate and advanced core exercises.